Did you go to Anime Impulse in 2022 or 2023? You may be entitled money from a settlement. Let's talk about it. I'm your brother from another mother, Evil Aniki, and today we're talking about a class action lawsuit that involves seized tickets, Anime Impulse, and a whole bunch of fraudulent charges that hit my account. And this isn't just me, this is a class action lawsuit, so this probably affected a lot of other people, and let's jump into this situation. So starting off, we have this email, which I got. This is my notice telling me that I am eligible for this class action lawsuit. And you may be eligible for this too. If you went to Anime Impulse and you used seized tickets to order your tickets, you may be entitled to be able to get some money out of this situation. So let's read this document. A court authorized this notice. This is not spam, an advertisement, or a lawyer solicitation. A settlement has been reached in a class action lawsuit against Vivendi Ticketing US LLC, or Seized Tickets, that alleges that C Tickets was negligent and breached contractual and statutory duties in connection with a data security incident that occurred starting in February of 2023, and that Seized Tickets disclosed in September 2023. C Tickets denies all the claims and says it did not do anything wrong. Are you included? Yes, Seized Tickets records show that you are an individual whose information was accessed and that you were sent notifications of this data security incident on blah, blah, blah. Therefore, you can be included in this situation as a settlement class action lawsuit. And like I said, guys, I got this email because I am in this settlement class action lawsuit. And this is a crazy situation. So the reason I know that I got this from Anime Impulse is because Anime Impulse is the only person I've ever used to get tickets for it's the only event I've ever used. The reason that I know that I'm part of this class action lawsuit with Seized Tickets because of Anime Impulse is because the only event I've ever gone to that requires Seized Tickets is Anime Impulse. Anime Impulse LA, Anime Impulse OC, and I think maybe their San Diego one, and I'm not sure about their other San Francisco one, but this makes me really question about wanting to get tickets from Anime Impulse in the future, especially since Anime Impulse, they haven't talked about this at all on any of their social medias. You would think if that members of their community or, attendees of their events got hit with a class action lawsuit like this, they would be up in arms and trying to defend their attendees, but they haven't said anything to my knowledge. I haven't seen any posts on Instagram, Twitter, which is crazy because they're so active on their social media, which makes me really sad because, they're too busy posting about all of their, waifus and husbandos with their VTuber stuff going on. Constantly, the Anime Impulse social medias are just talking about VTubers constantly, and it's a little, I get that they're trying to market these VTubers, but it's also a little weird sometimes. But let's get into it. I digress about the situation. Let's just get into this. What are the settlement benefits? C Tickets has agreed to establish a settlement fund of $3,250,000. Settlement class members who submit a valid claim will be reimbursed for documented, ordinary, and unreimbursed out-of-pocket expenses up to $2,000 and extraordinary expenses up to $5,000. All settlement class members may also elect to receive either 3 years of 3 bureau credit monitoring, or alternatively, an alternative pro rata cash payment of up to $100 from the settlement fund. California residents will also receive an additional $100 California statutory award pursuant to claims under California law. The administrative costs and all class counsel fees will be paid from the settlement fund. So you don't have to pay anything and you're going to get money out of this. If you guys want to know if you're part of this class action lawsuit because when you bought a ticket for Anime Impulse and you maybe used an old email, or you used a student email and you don't have access to it anymore, or maybe you used a funky email because you don't want to, who knows? There's a million reasons you wouldn't have access to an email that you might have used, 2 years ago at this point, right? So I'll link the website for the class action lawsuit down in the description below. And let's keep going into this. Let's go down to the bottom of this document. This talks about the options. I don't really need to talk about that. It just tells you I have to file by a certain time. When will the court decide whether to approve the settlement? On December 16th, 2024, the court will hold a final approval hearing to determine whether to approve the settlement. Class counsel's request for class counsel fees and expenses up to $812,000 and I'm not going to read the 500. And a service payment of up to $2,500 for each plaintiff. The motion for class counsel fees will be posted on a settlement website after it is filed. You or your own legal lawyer may ask to appear and speak at the final hearing at your own cost, but you do not have to. So this is wild. So basically, if you went to Anime Impulse before February 2023, which Anime Impulse Los Angeles is in January, you may be, and I mean, that's also going back into 2022. So if you went to, Anime Impulse OC or Anime Impulse LA in 2022, you may be entitled to these funds. And seeing how this, this data breach occurred in 2023, I don't know if it like actually continued to go on after that. They're just saying that it occurred it started in February 2023. So it could have been going on for a while, and then they didn't disclose it till September 2023. So that means, I think, Anime Impulse San Diego, which was a flop of event and only happened once, and I don't think they're ever going to do it again, but I believe that was in March of 2023, and so that might also constitute. So if you went to Anime Impulse LA 2023, Anime Impulse OC 2023, or Anime Impulse San Diego 2023, you may be owed money. And I don't remember if they had their San Francisco Anime Impulse back then. I don't remember. I know they're doing a whole bunch of new ones, and which is cool, but I really think they need to, reference this lawsuit in some way, because they haven't, like, if I ran an event and my event was hit with a class action lawsuit because of who I choose to use as my ticket servicing provider, whether they are required to use it or not, they should be making a statement regarding this. And it's absolutely like absurd that they haven't. And yeah, I mean, I feel like Anime Impulse owes an email to their community apologizing for this, and saying that they're going to try and make this right by members or something. I don't know, because they have not mentioned this at all, like I said. And it's really, it's really depressing, because I really like Anime Impulse, but it just seems like they either are ignorant of this matter or they just don't care. And they still use C's tickets, by the way. They still use C's tickets for their service, their ticketing service provider. So, I would love to see them in the future maybe avoid using C's tickets or moving away from C's tickets. And let's go into the website, though, because here's what you're going to see if you go to their website. It's not much, guys, I'm going to be honest. So it just tells you about the important dates of when you need to file and all that jazz, and how you can file, and to find out if you are a member of this class action lawsuit. And I highly recommend you guys, if you think you went to Anime Impulse in 2023, I highly recommend you check this out and you see if you are part of this class action lawsuit, because I know I got hit with fraudulent charges. I had to go through with my bank and deactivate debit cards and get a new debit card. So here, let's actually look at this. So I got hit with this charge here, and it was for like GoPuff or something like that. I think that's like a store or like a home delivery app, kind of like a DoorDash or something like that. But it was all the way down, and it was for a store all the way down in Florida, and it happened in May. So this is definitely in the time frame of when that data breach happened. And this is just one of the charges. I got hit up to around $100 worth in fraudulent charges, which my bank never got me back, by the way. So I'm definitely going to be going through with this class action lawsuit. And if you guys got hit as well, I highly recommend you guys go through with this class action lawsuit. And yeah, that's all I have to really talk about today. I'm really excited for all the new Anime Impulse events. I wish I could have gone to the Arizona event they're having this weekend, but you know what? It is what it is. And I'll see you guys at Anime Impulse Orange County in a few months. Bye-bye. I hope you guys liked this video. Be sure to like and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye-bye.